Today in Mountain View, California, a legal battle that could reshape climate regulation, a fast-tracked expansion to keep vehicle dwellers off the street, and a pair of housing projects clearing key hurdles, plus a quick safety note after an apartment fire on Central Avenue. Dean Bark here with the City Report in View. Let's start with this. Santa Clara County is joining a federal lawsuit challenging the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, over a major climate rollback. The target is the endangerment finding, the EPA's 2009 determination that greenhouse gases endanger public health and welfare. That finding enabled regulation of vehicle emissions under a 2007 U.S. Supreme Court ruling that said the EPA could treat greenhouse gases as pollutants. Here's the latest scoop. In February 2026, the EPA rescinded that endangerment finding, and in March, a coalition of 25 state attorneys general and 10 cities and counties, now including Santa Clara County, asked a federal court to undo the rollback. Lee Zeldin, the EPA's director, called the move the single largest deregulatory action in U.S. history. Local officials argue stripping the finding threatens public health and undermines climate efforts, especially around transportation emissions in regions like ours with heavy commuter traffic. Time to dig into the details. The dispute boils down to whether the EPA has the authority to revoke a scientific finding that has anchored U.S. climate rules for more than a decade. The legal timeline: Supreme Court in 2007, endangerment finding in 2009, rescission in February 2026, lawsuit in March. That question could have big consequences here at home. In my view, it's baffling that such a cornerstone regulation could be pulled back so abruptly without exhaustive public vetting. Let's pivot to the next story. Mountain View is expanding the Shoreline Safe Parking Program at Shoreline Lot B to keep options open for residents living in vehicles as other sites wind down. The City Council unanimously approved 47 additional oversized vehicle spots and up to 88 commuter spaces. The operating cost now doubles to roughly $1.4 million. This is about bridging a gap in the housing crisis, providing a regulated, safer setting until more permanent housing becomes available. For context, the average stay in the program in 2024 and 2025 was 599 days. Temporary has been doing a convincing long-term impression. Some council members questioned whether the rising costs are sustainable, but the expansion is seen as necessary as other safe parking locations prepare to close. What's the takeaway? The city is buying time, and time is getting expensive. Shifting gears. Over on West Middlefield Road, Avalon Bay Communities, a national housing developer, received the green light to add more than 300 homes to an existing apartment complex. That's 226 new apartments and 97 condominiums, plus over an acre reserved for a future city park. The plan includes 86 affordable units and, importantly, no displacement of current residents. The property's older buildings date back to the 1960s. The project was initially approved in 2022 and reapproved this year with updates. One notable change: shifting from underground to above-ground parking to cut emissions during construction. Neighbors flagged the loss of a dense vegetation barrier, which the developer plans to remove and replace with new plantings. It's promising to see the affordable units and park space baked in, but as always, tree canopy and habitat deserve careful follow-through during and after construction. Moving on. In the Stearland Estates area, City Ventures, another California homebuilder, won approval for 38 new row homes on San Leandro Avenue, near major highways and established neighborhoods. The project features 4 three-story buildings, all-electric design with solar panels, and a new walking and biking path. A quarter of the homes will be set aside as below-market rate units. The plan requires removing several heritage trees, with commitments to replant and ultimately increase the site's tree canopy. The developer will also pay about $865,000 in a parkland dedication in lieu fee to support local recreational facilities. If only patience grew as fast as replacement saplings. All right, next topic. A quick public safety note after a fire displaced a family of 4 on the 500 block of Central Avenue in a multi-family complex. The fire started near an entertainment center in the living room and caused about $25,000 in damage. Residents evacuated before crews arrived. A maintenance technician used a fire extinguisher to keep the flames from spreading. Firefighters knocked down the remaining fire and checked for extension into wall cavities. The cause is still under investigation. Quick action made the difference. That's the headline. There you have it. That's your report for today from the City Report with Dean Bark in Mountain View. Let's tie a bow on that and keep it moving. We'll be back with more tomorrow.